Welcome back once again. In our previous part, we ended up finishing our home page. Now in this part, I'm gonna start working for our friend request page, where we will be able to see like not a friend request page. I would say that like the number of people to whom we can send friend request. And for that, I'm gonna go ahead and start taking a new artboard. So click on this artboard icon and in here choose iPhone X Pro. And now I'm gonna change the name, and I can say here, and I can say here friend option. We can say instead of saying, we can say add friend. So add friend, hit enter. Alright, so all done now. So now in here we need to have a search button first, then we will add a couple of options. So how can I do this thing? So the thing is that instead of drawing the search icon once more time, I'm gonna copy this one. So before doing this thing, I will have to make it a group, and then I'm gonna make them component. So select the rectangle, then the icon, then the text, okay, and then right click and make it a group. So once we will make it a group, I guess without making a group, we can also make it a component. So let's create a component directly. So click on this component, and once we will make it component, the icon has been changed here. Now I'm gonna go ahead and click on this asset folder. This is the asset, and in here you can see the component has appeared here. So I can simply drag this component and I can paste it here. See the same search I got here. Alright, so finally we got this search icon. Now in here we need to have a image. I would say that a circle image. Then we will add a name, and then we will add a rectangle where we will show add friend option. So for that, so instead of taking any other images, I can simply take these images. All right, this look at here, like this one that I got previously, and I have used it to design here. So now the same way we can make it component, or if you want, you can drag a new image and then you can shape it. So make it component, or if you want, you can duplicate it. So I'm gonna duplicate it instead of making a component, because if I'm gonna make it component, then I will not be able to update it later. Look at here that I cannot update this one, but if I'm gonna update it, then still it is the size of this can change, and it is gonna create an issue here because this thing is connected with this one. So instead of creating component for this one image, I'm gonna make it a duplicate. So I'm gonna press Command D, and then I'm gonna drag it here, and then I can increase the size. Alright, now it looks here pretty good. And then right here we need to have a text. So I'm gonna click on this text icon and select here, and I can say John Smith, just a dummy name. And we need to change the design of this text because it is showing some different colors. So I'm gonna use the black color, and then need to change the text to 25, and need to change the font style here. I can choose Arial. I guess we need to add this one here, so simply drag it to center. And this is the friend request part, and right here in the right side corner, I guess instead of adding it into the right side corner, because we are having a small size here. So let me see the white. So the white is 375 and this white is 93. Alright, so we can add this friend option right after this text. So I'm gonna take this rectangle here, and I'm gonna draw a rectangle here. Alright, so we can draw a rectangle here and add our border radius just here. Add a border radius I can add 20 and need to change the text background color. So change the background color, click on this fill options, and right here we can choose a color for our add friend button, and if you want we can add the linear gradient here. Alright, so now it looks pretty good. Now in here we need to have a text, so click on this text icon and I'm gonna add a text here, and I can say add friend that's it. Now we need to change the color of this text, and so click on these fill options and change the color to white, and it is not in center, so I'm gonna add it in center. Here we go. So now this thing is here. I guess it looks pretty good, and we can decrease the size, I guess, a little bit, and then draw this text to center. Alright, and another thing is that we can increase the photo height. So alright, so increase the height, and we can also decrease this one a bit more, and then text it to here. Alright, so now right after that we need to add a draw here. Here we go. So now we have this line, and we need to make it group so that we can repeat this whole data item, like this icon, this image, this text, this one, and this one. So I'm gonna select all of these thing and make them group. Press Command G or right click. Alright, so let me select the whole text first and then make it a group. Okay, so it has become a group. Now you can see this is a group, and then I'm gonna click on this repeat grid option. Now I can repeat the grid. See, it looks pretty good, guys. And before that, before proceed it further, what can I do? What I should do here, I need to add this bottom bar here as well. And that then how can we add the bottom bar? Because we need the same icon and same design. Remember that in our earlier parts we made it a component, so and it is available under this asset directory. So I'm gonna drag this bottom bar here, and then I'm gonna paste it here, and here you go. All right, so now it looks pretty good. Now we can drag it a bit more, and we can drag it as much as we want. And another important thing is that we need to make it in here, we need to add. All right, so let me show this thing. So I need to click here, fix position while scrolling here, and I guess without this it will also work. And then I'm gonna select this one only for this one and then run it, and let's see if it is gonna working. So we can see our data and it looks pretty good here, and we can also see our bottom nav bar and our search option. But the thing is that we cannot scroll this data, and the reason is that I haven't mentioned this one for scrolling. So in here you will be able to see the vertical scroll option. So first you need to select the whole data, and then you can select it here. All right, now if you run it, then you will be. So we cannot see this one. The reason is that in here, we need to add. So look at here first, select the grid, like select the group that we are having here, and then make it ungroup. All right, okay, make it ungroup grid, and then you need to minimize. I'm sorry, so take it, we did a mistake here, and so it was this way previously, and then select this one and make it scrolling. Here you go. So once you will select it scrolling, then you will be able to see this icon is going to appear. And the issue was that because we didn't select this ungroup, that's why. So once you will use this repeat grid, so make sure that you are gonna ungroup this repeat grid. Then once you will click on this scroll option, then it is gonna show you this icon. Alright, and if you want, you can also do this thing. So as we want to show our bottom bar, therefore we need to have this one just above of this bottom bar. Alright, and now I'm gonna run it. Here you go. So now we can see the scroll view option. Okay, so our data is scrolling perfectly without any issues, right? Perfect. And another thing is that, so our add friend option has been finished, and now we need to add prototype option. Like when our user will click on this home, we will send them to this home directory. When user will click on this icon, we will send them to this directory. So I'm gonna stop this video right here, and so now if I run it, so I'm gonna stop this video right here and we will continue this. So I'm gonna stop this video right here and we will continue it from the next part. See you guys in the next lecture. Bye bye.